Hello everyone, welcome to our class, Managing Marketing in Hospitality and Tourism Industry. We have a quite special session, which is a live session today, and I'm very pleased to introduce two guest speakers from Shenzhen, China. So we have the Mr. Dean Zhao, who is Senior Vice President of E-Commerce, and Ms. Iris Zhou, who is Executive Director of E-Commerce. Today, we're going to talk about how Shenzhen, China has applied the digital marketing strategy in their properties. And then we talk about what's the benefits and what have been done before. So very pleased to welcome both of you. And then Mr. Aris, please start for that.
Thank you, Dr. Park. Okay, today I'll give everyone a quick introduction about Shenzhen, China. Shenzhen, China is a mega integrated resort destination. We have about 13,000 rooms, 850 shops, 150 F&B outlet. We have 150,000 square meter convention space, as well as a 15,000 seat arena. So it's a mega resort destination. Now I'm gonna play a short video so you guys can take a look at what is our properties about. So can we play the video? Cool. So today's agenda, we're gonna mostly share case studies. So real life case studies happen from Sans. So the digital marketing trends that we're gonna talk about today, mainly is two. The first one is go personal. I will share two case studies. One is our collaboration with Google. The second one is our collaboration with Alipay. The second trends we want to touch base on is go social. That I will cover the content and campaigns. So go personal. I would like to highlight a industry study. Basically, is talk about China's favorite brands. So as here you can see, 2017, they are. I want to highlight the Meituan Dianping, so which was ranked as number 40 in 2017. However, in 2018 ranking, Meituan Dianping has jumped 32 places to the number 8. So basically, there are 10 of them moved out from the behind 10 to the top 10. So what I want to highlight here, what special Meituan Dianping did, and also together with the topic of going personal, is Meituan Dianping is China's largest service-based e-commerce platform. So basically on the platform, they have over 200 categories of service provided. So basically you can buy movie ticket on there, you can like buy some flour, you can order takeout, you can basically rent a bike, anything, on this one single platform. And then they have 4.4 million annual active merchants, and also 310 million active buying customers. So it's a huge platform. So this huge amount of customer database, basically what they really know about is the big data behind it. So they know exactly what is your demographic. They know exactly, okay, you ordered takeout right now on this date, and then you like this restaurant, you bought a movie ticket on the other day. So they have collected, because your digital experience, they collect everything and then they digitalize it and in the back end as the big data. So how they utilize this is they are not only digitalize your online experience and also offline, they are able to push personalized information to you, and also they're helping the merchandise to. So for example, if you are buying a takeout right now, they will push you, for example, a beer or something that is relevant to right now and to your scenario specifically. So this is big data. So big data allow you to go personal. Our case study was Google AI. Basically, for our customers, they could interact with us using mobile and desktop or tablets. So before, everything is segmented. So we wanted to have an overview of how our customer digital behaviors are. So Google's double click enable us to have a holistic view of our customers' digital behavior. And then we're using the TensorFlow, which is, you can see a very complicated modeling on the top right hand. So data scientists, they will do the modeling for us. So basically, once we have the holistic view of our customer digital behavior, we will tailor make and personalize their digital experience based on what we know about them. So with this collaboration with Google, we have a tremendous amount of conversion rate increase, as well as room bookings. The second one, I want to highlight our collaboration with Alipay. We work with them using their big data and identify the elite group of people that we see as our potential customer, and then based on Alipay what they know about them, and then we will tailor make, because we are mega integrated resort. We have so many shops, F&B offerings, entertainment, rooms, everything. So we will tailor make a benefit specifically for this group of Alipay members. The next one is Go Social. Also an industry study. This one, what I want to highlight is nowadays customer, they're not only receiving advertisement from the e-commerce platform, the social media, you can see the top three, and as well as customers' behavior, they are proactively searching information from the e-commerce platform and also social media. You can see Weibo and WeChat. Actually, the number 3 KOL, which is key opinion leaders, usually they are also on social media to promoting for brands. So social media is one of our key focus. So the case study here, Lang Ping, she leading China's national team, won Olympics last year. The thing I want to highlight here is social is about the right timing. We actually be able to have a very successful collaboration with her. Right after she lead the team, won the Olympics, we worked with her, and she posted something on Weibo for us about our property. Her average social post engagement is about 10,000. However, because we picked the right timing, we are able to achieve 12 times of engagement for this collaboration. The second one is Joker. He's a top China celebrity. He's extremely influential on Weibo, on social media. So we picked him because to collaborate with him is the Parisian Macau's opening. Because for this campaign event specifically, we want to reach as many people as possible. That's why we picked Joker. So for this collaboration with him, only one Weibo post, we are able to achieve 40 million reach. So 40 million people know about Parisian Macau now is opened. The engagement is very high too, 800,000. So I'm gonna move on to campaign. There are two China celebrities that we work together with. So Wu Xin and Pan Weibo, also we picked a very great timing. They were extremely hot topic in China, especially on social media. And the Parisian, because we worked with them first year of Parisian anniversary. Parisian is a brand that we position as romance and love. So we created, so what the point I'm trying to make here is for social campaign, we're not just like make a video, or we are not just to post something about the picture of them. So it's actually a variety of content we have to create. We create images with them, we create very social friendly content, and also we pick Weibo. Weibo is the biggest social platform in China, so we worked with Weibo directly, so we are able to do a huge media coverage with them. Also had developed a campaign with them as well. With this, because the campaign was very successful, we even got a lot of organic coverage from newspapers and online newspapers has online presence. So here I actually would like to play the video of what we did for this campaign. Give us 1 second.
工作中，是我在努力扮演别人。
旅行，是我在用心找回自己。
我想，好的爱情总是来之不易。
这里拥有感受幸福的魔力。
我说我喜欢的才是我的 style， 换一套造型去适应新的自己。
做我想做的，找到自己。
本来想独享美食，却发现分享快乐更是无与伦比。
本想独自流浪，却发现有陪伴也很不赖。
旅行让我更认识你。
旅行让我更认识自己。
Great. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's in Chinese. So here, what I want to say is what we did is a variety of efforts. So I give you an example. So once we have the video, we have a teaser video. The celebrity will post something, and our official account will interact with them, and we will repost it. And then, so basically, we will have like teaser period, we have launch period, and we have post period. And also, we will also create behind the scene content, because we want to continually have unique content coming out. That's how we keep fans engaged. behind the scene content we will also release, and also we will have key opinion leaders also engage with our brand social accounts. Also, all the celebrity, they have a huge amount of fan groups. We also engage with them to do social engagement. So next, so here is something I want to also highlight. We had this unique resource at New York Times Square right before New Year's Eve. What we did, like, we did 2 rounds of campaign with the 2 celebrities already, and then the Times Square one actually light the fans on fire, because it's quite great presence to have their idol to be featured on Times Square. So this is our actually 3rd campaign, working together with 2 celebrities. The next one, I have another video, which is fun, as our David Beckham video. So here, give us 1 second. We're gonna play for you.
蛋挞欧拉马靠我地盘！蛋挞唔該。蛋挞4點。
不是那个味道，
不是这个味道，是啥子味道？
黄多谁？
你怎么有这个呢
？Flashback。
個蛋撻好食㗎，你試下。
欧了 ，Go。
是这儿吗？哎，开个门！这是我一洋哥们儿，过来尝尝咱们祖传的手艺。
好啊，哥。
走走走。
就是这个味道。Did you make these?
baby， 嚟睇下我間新鋪。嚟。
哎，别动，我开车送你们，走走走。
That was a fun video, right? So here, I want to just show you guys a little bit. Actually, go back. It's something that I covered already. Here you can see 3 campaign period: the teaser period, launch period, and the post campaign period. And then here, we have a variety of content, and also we use a variety of channels. So we're both working with the platform Weibo and platform WeChat, and as well as a media resource from Weibo WeChat, a media resource from key opinion leaders, and all the contents that we created specifically for this campaign. And I will just show you some of the variety content that we created. On the top one, you can see like the movie style social content. Actually, each one of them are celebrities. This is something new we tried this time. David Beckham, of course, most of you recognize David Beckham, but because this campaign is specifically targeted for China customer, so we actually got a comedian celebrity, we got a female celebrity who is also very popular on social media. We actually even got a KOL who is extremely popular on social media. And then we actually got a Hong Kong celebrity, because Hong Kong is also our secondary target market. So this collaboration is actually very fascinating, because David Beckham and each one of the celebrity, they all have a different kind of fan base, and by collaborate them all together, it actually create a lot of compounding effect. We get great social media reach as well as engagement. And you can see at the bottom, each one of the celebrity, they also create a unique content for us. They create a teaser video and to launch right before the campaign, and they're saying that something big is coming out, and stay tuned on this date. So they all release different content on their social media account, and our official account again engage with them. So on the middle bottom part is the media resource. So once you open the Weibo application, you can see our big advertisement banner and tell you something big is coming up July 19th. So on the right hand side is all the celebrity they actually posted on their social media account. Here is just some number to show you the Red DB campaign launch is actually that day we launched our campaign. This little card that we just created temporarily to sell this exact same egg tart from the video, we placed at our property, one of our property, the Parisian Macau's main lobby, and then the sales actually jumped quite a bit on the date of the launch. So that's actually sums up all my presentation, and I do want to recap real quick. Today we talked about the Go Personal, I talked about Go Social. So basically some of the principles we work with is we are very clear on our target market, and we will identify the top platforms that we want to work with, and we have very in-depth collaboration with them. And because our unique position in Macau as a mega integrated resort destination, we have so much to offer as well. So we have an in-depth collaboration with a big platform which creates win-win situation. So they will be able to develop a big market share in Macau, and then start to work with us and develop a good case study for them as well. We actually got featured with Google, with Weibo. We did big campaigns with them, and then they actually use us as a case study for their platform. So the big data is very important. It's a trend. We want to know as much as possible, digitalize as much as possible, to know about people's not just their online behavior as well as their offline behavior on our property. So we can very tailor make information that actually is relevant for them. Go Social part is we are also very clear about our target market, which is mainland China. So that's why we pick Weibo and WeChat to work very closely with, and then with that we are able to secure a very great media resource, and then develop very in-depth and very comprehensive holistic campaigns with them. So that's the summary of what we talked about today.
Thank you, Aris. It's a really very informative, interesting lecture with real examples in Sans Macau. To learners, I'm sorry that I did miss to tell you one information that you may provide some questions then into the YouTube link and the Blackboard link. Then for the rest of the time, we try to have some conversations to address your questions. So please feel free to leave your wondering what you want to know more detail on the link so that we can check it continuously. Okay, thank you again, Iris and Dean. Then we got some questions from learners. So yeah, it seems that as you summarized kindly, so we talked about two different key parts: one big data or artificial intelligence, other one go social, related to social media campaigns. So the first question that I got from learners is that from your presentation, we have seen that some big data help you to increase the financial performance quite significantly. But we are in the marketing class today, so would you please share a little bit more details? What's the implication of a big data or AI with particularly the big company, big tech company like Google or Alipay into the development of digital marketing specifically?
Well, sure. Well, big data is really one of the most popular topics nowadays. And let's forget about the technology for a moment. So at the end of the day, what's big data? So to me, data is assets. You need to make most of your assets. And to me, data is value. Data provides you the value to make your valuable customer reachable. And then you can reach your valuable customers with the right content and featuring the right product and through the right channels. So the most important thing here is to matching the four elements together, which is the right customer, the right content, the right product, and the right channels. So Aris actually talked a lot about personalization, and for today's marketing, particularly digital marketing, personalization is probably one of the most important elements to make your marketing effective. So I can give you one example about Alibaba, the world's leading e-commerce platform, which is Taobao and Tmall. It used to be the case that all the Tmall and the Taobao customers, when they go to Tmall and the Taobao, everyone was going to see the same things. However, Alibaba introduced their DME data middle-end platform, and after that platform, so everyone is actually going to see different goods on the same platform. So they have the big data to give you personalized offers, to give you personalized list of goods. And once the DME platform went live, the conversion rate actually went up by 137%. So that's the case for the world's leading e-commerce platform. And for us, for our Sans China branding website, we actually have the similar story. So we actually worked with Google to leverage their data mining, AI, and the big data technology, and it features hundreds of factors to determine what's the right offer just for you.
Okay.
So when you go to wallstreetjourney.com, when you go to Yahoo News, so the offer you are going to see are actually going to be different.
Okay.
So things would be more relevant for you. And then the conversion rate actually increased by 200 times. So that's, I think, that's the value of big data. You need to make most of your assets, and you need to leverage the big data technology to reach your right customer with the right content featuring the right product through the right channels. To me, that's the most important thing.
Okay. Aris?
I think great.
Okay, it's great. Yeah, and then following that, so let me ask some more detailed question on that. Yeah, so is it quite good statement contacting right customers at the right time with the right
Yes.
content? So when you do digital marketing, so also to the learners, we have talked about segmentation before. So do you offer such a different, well, more personalized contents or personalized approach according to different segments? Or if you did you make such a, how did you segment the people using the big data? Yeah, yeah.
Well, actually, from
Yeah.
the question list,
Yeah, yeah.
we are seeing some
Yeah,
learners'
yeah,
questions. For
yeah.
example, does the level of personalization
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
become
yeah,
expensive?
yeah, yeah.
Well, to me, it doesn't necessarily to be expensive, and it doesn't necessarily to be very high tech. Let me just give you one example. For all our WeChat followers, we actually, well, starting from last year, we actually started to divide them into 6 different groups. And then for different groups of people, we started to push them different content. And so if you look at the industry benchmark, when it was 2011, when WeChat official account, no, 2013, when WeChat official account was just born, the industry benchmark was that the reading rate was around 15%. And when along the way, when WeChat official account started to evolve, to 2016, the industry benchmark was actually 11%. So when you have 100 followers, when you push your content to your followers, 11 people would actually click to read your post.
Okay.
And for 2017, it's actually around 6%, and then for 2018, it's actually around 3.9%. However, for us, for Science Result called the WeChat official account, the reading rate is actually 13%.
Okay.
So which is 2 times more than the industry benchmark. And it's just a small operation. It's just a small segmentation.
Okay.
We divide our followers into 6 different groups, and then for different groups of followers, we push different content. And for this small operation, the business value was actually huge, because we are seeing that the frequency of trips from these followers actually increased by double digit. And that's actually huge value for us. It's almost a billion.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So it's about leveraging your data assets.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily have to be very, very high tech. You need to invest 100 engineers to do 18 months of work. It's not that. Sometimes to just do something as simple as that could create a huge value.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, thank you very much for your detailed responses regarding big data. And then also, as a second point where the Iris is talked about is go social. So I also can see several questions regarding social media campaigns. So let's move on to the social media, to talk about it. Yeah, I think as you know, the industry people also is a quite critical issue, similar to the university as well. Measuring ROI, return on investment, is always a critical issue in digital marketing, particularly social media campaign. So we have seen that you guys have tried a different type of social media strategy and campaign. So my question, and then some of the learners' question is that, can you please share how did you measure the ROI, return on investment, in terms of social media marketing? Yeah.
To me, that's actually not one question. It's 3 questions.
Okay.
So to answer this question, I think number 1, what's the definition of R? What's people's definition of return?
Okay.
Number 2, what's the definition of investment?
Okay.
And then number 3, what's the best way for us to measure ROI.
Okay.
So in terms of return, it's actually not only about a monetary return. It could be a lot of different things. For example, awareness, which is to make more people know about you. For example, reputation management, which is to make people talk about you in good ways. For example, conversions, which is to get people excited to book your hotel, to book your restaurants. So the return could be in many different ways. It's not only about a monetary return. So that's number one. Number two, for investment, it's also not about a monetary investment. It could be a lot of other things, people's time. Because when you are doing A, you're not going to have time to do B. And maybe doing B is going to get you better return. In that way, you are actually going to lose. So number three, ROI. I think for us to best estimate ROI, you need to strike the right balance between, number one, short-term return and long-term return. So speaking of that, well, let me talk about number two. First two. So number two, you need to think about non-monetary return to balance the non-monetary return and the monetary return. So that's the two key balances you need to strike. In terms of number one, that's actually very key when you determine whether you are going to do a social media marketing campaigns, because social media is not a sales channel. It's more a marketing channel. So if you think about, I'm going to run this social media campaign for 1 month, and then I'm going to measure what's the sales volume for that very month, that is not going to work. However, I'm not talking about you should not measure about monetary return. Instead, you need to measure it in a longer period of time. So when you are going to launch your digital or social media campaigns, you should always make your campaigns to go with financial returns, but leave it in for a longer period of time. I think that's the best way. For example, for us, for this year, our goal is to hit 5 billion online views about Science. Well, if we are only going to hit 5 billion online views, which is purely awareness building, which is not having a financial return component, I don't think that's going to work. So that's why an impression goal should always go together with a financial return goal. So at the same time, other than the 5 billion online views, our awareness building goal, we have another business goal, which is 3 billion e-transaction volume. So without the 3 billion e-transaction volume, you can hardly prove your 5 billion in online views is meaningful. But if last year your e-transaction volume is, let's say, 500 million, and the industry growth is 2 times. So if you keep up with the industry benchmark, you are going to hit 1 billion, right? However, if for the whole year you hit 3 billion, you are way ahead of the industry benchmark. It means that your social media campaign, your digital marketing campaigns are actually very powerful. However, you should not look at the social media campaigns on the individual basis or on the campaign period basis. That's going to be a disaster. So you need to balance between short term and the long term, and you need to balance between monetary return and non-monetary return. To me, I think that's the most important thing for you to determine whether whether you are going to run or whether you should run a social media campaign.
Just to add a point on that, it is like for us, we create a variety of social media content as well. We leverage different type of platform and resources. So for example, I think we did a study once that our customer digital journey is like 7 steps until they decided to book a room or something. So it could be that they see this celebrity post on Weibo about us and then made an impression. So it's about create a positive brand impression, right? Like a positive association. And then it could be that they watch David Beckham video and say, oh, that's egg-tart. That next time when I go to Macau, that's one thing I want to try. So we drove a trip. So it's really about the compounding. Like we create different type of content to make a continuous impression.
Okay, yeah, that's really, really great, the answers regarding how to measure ROI. Yes, so we point out that not only we measure just for financial return, but also somehow we need to check non-financial returns, for example, engagement, how much the presence, and so on. Yeah, it's quite,
that's
very detailed.
Another thing, like before we do look at the reach number, the views, but eventually what we did is we look at the engagement number, and then furthermore, we're not just looking at how many people has engaged or commented or reposted this, because we found out in some of the collaboration with celebrity before, a lot of the comments are about the celebrity. It's not about our brand. So we start measuring what is the brand mention. Like do people after they watch this, do they remember it's our brand? It's happening here. And also we will have campaigns and we will have offers or things that you have to redeem at our hotel. So that actually also drive a trip because you have to physically be there to get the offer, right? So we start to measure also, we are learning as well, and then do better and better each time.
Sure, very good.
I'm seeing a lot of good questions from the learners. Some learners are interested in how celebrity influence the hotel performance through advertising. Well, actually, I think Iris gave a very good example, and particularly for the David Beckham campaign. If we only use David Beckham's photo, it's actually about him. It's not about us. However, if we feature him to shoot a video, and the video content is about David Beckham is trying to find the best egg tart in Macau, and then finally he finds the best egg tart here at Parisian Macau, which is our property. Then it's about our brand. And particularly for as the example Iris showed, so it used to be the case that before the David Beckham campaign launched, it was only 300 or 400 egg tarts being sold on that egg.
The little tiny egg tart.
Yes, but once the campaign went live, every day is above 1,000. So, yes, we need to pay some money for the celebrity. However, it really pays off because even for the egg tart, sales volume through a single cut. Every day it's thousands of egg tart being sold from there, and then we are actually planning to add 2 more, and after that we can even derive a lot of revenue through just the egg tart.
And
so that's the power, or that's the influence through celebrity advertisement, but you need to make sure you do it in the right way. So in the case Iris gave, it actually drives the conversions a lot. Big time.
Great. Iris?
So it's a big trend in China right now. Like people, we define celebrity as key opinion leaders as well. We also have like the normal people. Like we have fashion KOLs, we have F&B KOLs, we have travel KOLs. So we work a lot with them, and a lot of times their fans actually will mimic what they have done. So the KOLs, they will create a route of recommended based on their opinion. I will recommend this. So, and also like celebrities, a lot of fans that were actually because of this scene that you have seen it on the MTV. Like we actually had a side feature Parisian Macau. We had a lot of international TV shows, movies, reality shows, all featuring our brand. So people. It's big on people will actually go to one place because this restaurant have great food presentation, so I want to take a selfie.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of check-ins. So we try to create things to do and IPs, and then they can actually do on our property.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think yes, exactly. What the industry speakers has mentioned, and then I think it's quite important to think about how to measure the return on investment. So sometimes it happens right after the campaign, but sometimes, as you say, it takes some time because they have the brand awareness, the market presence. So I think we try to blend the two different approaches. One, short time performance measurement, and such a long time performance measurement as well.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
So in the short term measurement, you need to care more about the awareness building and the engagement levels. But in a longer period, you should care more about your sales volume, the conversions. So that's the balance.
Okay, great. And then we have around 10 minutes left, so let me jump into another the question for that. Yeah, so now we talked about separately the big data and the social media. So may I ask a little bit more bigger questions? So following that way, so we want to look at the future. Okay, so now both of you explained well what's currently being held in Shenzhen, China, and what you have done by now. But in future, so can you please share? So what's the again? I'm sorry. Go back to current one. What's the biggest challenges when you try to work with such a big data company, develop some social media campaigns? At the same time, so second question, follow-up question is that, as the learner said, what is the future of the digital marketing in terms of do you think different tools we need to adapt it, or different such trends? Because we have a millennium, so consumers coming into accordingly, do you think we need to somehow different type of digital marketing is required? So again, first question, what were the biggest challenges when you adapt or work with developing digital marketing? Now, what's your future trend you anticipate?
Well, in terms of challenges, I think all the digital marketers are actually seeing a lot of challenges because the digital world is so fabulous. People are having so many choices. There are new trends, new topics, new KOLs, new platforms every day. You can hardly catch the trends. So actually, if we are really going to summarize this, I think it's about four things. Number one, it's about overloaded content or information. Everyone is using internet. Everyone is using mobile. However, on internet and on mobile, there are just way too much information. How you can make sure you reach the right customer with the right information. So that's for sure one of the big challenges. Number two, it's actually very funny. I think it's a lack of information. Because people, so actually you can see a lot of information, but you cannot find the information you care about. It's often the case, and you using our case, we actually care about our customers very much. So we spend money to do a lot of questionnaires and live interviews with them. And one of the major complaints from them used to be lack of information. So here at Macau, particularly at a mega integrated resort like us, we have a lot to offer. We have 150 restaurants. We have entertainment shows every week. However, our valued customers, they do not know the most up-to-date information about it. So even from last year, that was still one of the major complaints, lack of information. So after we try to leverage big data, and after we try to feed the personalized information to our valued customers, actually this year from the questionnaire we are seeing a very good number, which is that the lack of information complaints actually dropped by 50%.
Okay.
So that's about the content of the information. Number 3 is actually the overloaded channels.
Yeah.
There are so many different channels. What should be the best channel for you to use? Should you do advertisement on TV? Should you do advertisement on Facebook or WeChat or Weibo or Douyin? A lot of different channels. So what channel you should try to leverage? So it actually takes a lot of analysis for you to determine the right channels for your right customers. And sometimes it's number 4 is actually about lack of channels, which is in a similar way, because there are way too many channels, and then there would be the problem of lack of channels.
Okay.
So for a lot of customers, you actually do not know what's the best channel or what's the right channel to reach them.
Yeah, and like Dean said, there are so many channels coming out all the time. Like Douyin is one of the example, and oftentimes marketers, because this channel becomes so popular and it seems like everyone is using it, and then we all want to jump on it. But is that really what you want? Like, is that gonna get your target customer? Is that gonna reach the right audience? You really have to think about it, not just follow the trend, So that's why we have to keep focus. Like. Otherwise, you spread too thin. Your energy spent too thin. You're trying to do too many things at the same time, and then your budget spread too thin. So you each channel you are not really creating a boom on this channel, right? So.
Okay. Yeah, I think we talked about quite interesting the things like this is not only to the sense China, but the challenges also apply into the most of current organizations in tourism hospitality, because we have a lot of information, consumer review information, credit card usage information, a lot of mobile data, but it's always a big question is that how do we find the useful information given that such a lot of data and the information we given? Then the trend is that I think it's Iris a good point is that we do not always have to follow what the trends of it. Instead, we have to better understand who our target market is. Accordingly, as Dean said, how we find out the best channels to approach to our target market. This is a more detailed analysis we require in future, I believe. So
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
fun.
Then actually we still have the 5 minutes. So let me look at it. The question. Then I will try to address as many as questions we got from the learners. So when I look at it. Okay. So
we actually skip the one question, which is the future of digital marketing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to?
Yeah, that's actually a very good question.
Yeah.
So the future, what's going to be the future of digital marketing? Well, I think it's actually happening already. So along the way, digital marketing is going to be integrated with all the other marketing efforts. One thing I think that's going to be really important is led with a loyalty program.
Okay.
So if you think about it today, all the hotels they have very heavy loyalty programs. If you talk about the airline, same thing. So when you take a flight, the flying attendant would come to you, give you a paper, ask you to fill a long form, and then after 1 month they mail the card to you. So it's actually very heavy, and even you do it on the internet, it's still a long form for you to fill up. However, actually for all your customers, the most important thing is just about reach them and reach them with the right content.
Okay.
So as long as you can reach them, then they are your loyalty customers.
Okay.
Then you should try to do earn and burn for them.
Okay.
You should try to start to accumulate points for their behaviors.
Okay.
So it's not about they need to fill up a long form.
Okay.
So they, with a single click, they follow you on the WeChat.
Okay.
And so they visit your website, you know their cookie ID, and then you retarget them. As long as you can retarget them, you can reach them, then they are your loyalty member.
Okay.
And currently the technology can actually help us to determine this email ID, maybe this WeChat ID, maybe this Weibo ID. And you can even try to determine this is the same person based on their behavior, based on the behavior patterns.
Okay.
So once you determine, oh, that's the same person, you should try to accumulate points for them and give them the reinvestment for them to be loyal.
Okay, yeah, great. Iris, can I ask, following the Dean's answer, so in terms of future, I found that one question from the learners is that we know that currently we are quite big issue is sustainability. We always thinking about how to save the papers, how to reduce usage of other such the materials as well. I think one of the questions is that do you think in future? So of course we talked about digital marketing in particular, but we also have to think about another types of area in marketing as well. Do you think the future marketing will focus on totally paperless, or still we quite concentrate on paper-based marketing as well?
We are paperless. We're pretty paperless.
Yes, digital marketing is quite paperless type of marketing.
Because now we think about a customer, we think about the digital journey. Like we start thinking about when they are in our source market. What they do, how they interact with us through emails, through websites, through social media, through all the different channels. And then when they arrive, we will have they get on the shuttle bus, and we have the TV. We have there is a location-based service. We can work with let's say big platform, and then they can push our digital content that is relevant for them. And then when they get on property, we have digital signages, we have wayfinders, in-room TV, we have the Wi-Fi landing page. Everything is paperless. And then after they check out the hotel, we can still reach them through email, the post-stay survey, or we can continue to communicate with them digitally. So I don't think actually we use the paper much at all even right now.
I think this is such a quite related to the digital marketing as a notion itself. So we basically using more technology, more digital platforms to approach or communicate with our consumers. But actually, I think don't misunderstand that. Somehow, many marketing firms still using the paper-based materials to indicate they want to update the information, try to approach a specific target market as well. So I think, in hospitality industry, we used to more focus on paper-based marketing, but we are more like a transition period of time moving into paperless, in other words, digital marketing focused. And then accordingly, somehow we invited Senji China, who are leading in this field, providing a number of different types of digital marketing the platforms. Okay, so thanks for learners to join this time, and then I hope you guys learned a lot from the leading the industry, the guest speakers today. Thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope you find some interesting stuff from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.